Hello, welcome to Jet Setting. Ken Weeb here, Scott Billick, both with Post Media. Just talking about tonight's 2-1 loss and the Jets' 4-game homestand where they went 3-0-1. Ken, what were some of the things that the Jets did well in this homestand, and what can they improve on, I suppose, going forward onto this road trip?
Yeah, we were very curious on how they might perform coming back from the long road trip to Finland, but there were no signs of fatigue, and actually the Jets got back to their foundational game in a lot of ways. They played a lot better defensively on this homestand, and that sort of led to an offensive outburst, so they sort of had it on both ends, if you will. They were very physical in this homestand, and I think probably the most important part for them is they got their puck management under control, a lot fewer giveaways on this homestand, and their power play continued to be pretty deadly.
Laurent Brossoit gets his first game, and it's been about 3 weeks now, I think. Comes in, makes, 31 saves, sorry. 31 saves, has a good game, doesn't pick up the W, but obviously playing well still.
Unreal start to the season for Laurent Brossoit, Scott. We didn't really have a lot of background knowledge of him. This is a guy who got sent back to the American Hockey League last year, replaced in that backup role in Edmonton by Al Montoya. He's come out of the gate incredibly strong. Ever since he arrived in training camp, strong preseason, strong regular season. This was the biggest test for him. Going that long without a game is really tough. And as Paul Maurice mentioned, his games previously were high volume games where he was busy early. He only had 4 shots on goal in the first period, but stayed steady, almost put the puck in his own net to ruin his shutout bid, but otherwise, he played another solid game here, and that's what the Jets expect from their backup. He won't have to wait as long this time with the back-to-back coming up on the weekend. He'll definitely get one of the starts in this 4-game road trip.
Can the Jets now go out to a Western road swing here? Going to play against Vancouver, a couple other teams out on the road. What do they need to do to kind of keep this momentum going from the homestand?
Well, we know the Jets have been a very good team on home ice, especially at Bell MTS Place this year. They haven't been as good on the road, and it's an area that they would like to improve on. Obviously, their goaltending has been very solid. I think Connor Hellebuyck had an outstanding month after a bit of a slow start to the year. It'll be interesting to see with the developments with Christian Vesalainen, now recalled by the Jets here on Friday after a report surfaced that he might be exercising his option to return home to Finland. So Paul Maurice said they'll just get him into practice and see what happens, but obviously that's an interesting development that will continue to follow. He's a guy who started the year with the Jets, then went down, and now has 3 goals and 8 points in 8 games with the Manitoba Moose. So it'll be interesting to see how he gets used. We know that the 4th line is starting to pick up some traction as well right now. Jets giving them some ice time in a tie game here today, so a confidence boost for Jack Roslovic, Nick Batan, and Matthew Perreault. So it'll be interesting to see what happens on the road trip, but the Jets will try to build on the momentum they picked up in this homestand.
Again, the Jets are 3-0-1 on this homestand, obviously playing quite well right now. This is Jet Setting for Ken Weeb, Scott Billick.